All right, I never thought I'd be talking about anything like this in a video, but hey, it was requested by the Discord, and that's how that shit worked. So we're gonna be talking about Hollywood and its investments into anime for modern audiences. All right, let's talk about it, I guess.
Japan's anime boom is attracting wealthy investors, major conglomerates, from Hollywood giants to loaded conglomerates. Everyone is investing in anime.
Because anime is awesome.
Well, there you have it. The beginning of the end for
Oh,
the last bastion of untouched media that the West hasn't touched.
oh,
We have
really?
all seen in recent years on just what beloved franchises have been done by big companies. Disney is a good example of what they've done to Marvel and Star Wars. And it's really sad that for decades now, anime has been pretty much untouched. It is that bastion of just like, it is weird. It is not for everyone. It does its own thing. It's very different
Yeah,
from
anime
other
is
forms of
anime.
entertainment in media.
But anime has become so damn popular to the point where like world athletes and a bunch of famous people reference anime all the damn time. Hell, the one of the rich. I don't know if Elon Musk is the richest, but he was the richest at one point in time. This man talked about anime as well. So it's like, yeah, everybody's into anime. So it will make sense eventually. Some Hollywood investor is going to be like, yeah, let's all do this because anime is working. Anime is so popular. Like, exactly. That's the loop. It's so popular, they're going to want to try and take it. We should fight back. I agree. Power to the people. Let's go, baby.
And now that Hollywood is
Fight
dipping their
back.
toes and fingers into the anime and manga pie,
Don't let
it's
them do
only
that.
a matter of time until it is eventually pushed out like just factory made stuff. Like it's on a factory produce cycle, and
No
there is no
soul.
love, care, or passion for these projects at all for the original work, because what these companies are going to want and what Hollywood is going to want is just to make as much money as they can while watering everything down to the point where it's for modern audiences when anime never should be for modern audiences. And
Bro, he is preaching, bro. He is absolutely speaking facts, bro. How do I know this? It happened to the gaming industry. Now games suck. Sure, there's a bright one here and there because those still have people that have passion into them. When everything started becoming live service, remember when we had loot crates? Loot crates were pretty bad. The shit that goes on now is way worse than loot box, bro. You cannot fool me. And to know that the fact that they're gonna do this, they're gonna see anime, and that's gonna be a big thing. Boom. Yes, people that want money, they want more money. And when they see that stuff is making a lot of money without them, they want to jump into the piece of the pie. And then, as we are the consumers, the people that were here first, the original appreciators, and not only that, the consumer, we are going to be the ones that are stuck to digest this mediocrity. Nobody wants to see a watered down version of the stuff you already like. If you like Jujutsu Kaisen, would you watch Jujutsu Kaisen that's trash? No. If you like Demon Slayer, are you gonna watch Demon Slayer that's trash? Like you're picking up what I'm putting down. Why would you want to watch something that you like that's worse? It's sad, man. It's absolutely sad, bro. Let's continue, bro. He is spitting facts.
let's talk about that one for a second. Anime has always been weird. I think anyone that
Yes,
is, not
yes.
just surface level anime watcher, for instance, they only watch, let's say, no offense to these people, but you only watch JJK or Boruto or you watch Dragon Ball, etc. If you watch more than that, you'll know.
Yeah, he's talking about and the thing is, JJK is very popular because it is really good, but it's really good because it's also really trendy. So it's effectively loved by a lot of people, but a lot of people love it on different variables. So some people like it for the characters, some people like it for the plot, some people like it for the art style. Normally, anime is subject to people that like it for a specific reason, which is why there's so many different anime genres, right? There's more than just shonen. There's the yaoi, there's the everything, bro. Like I'm not gonna sit like we watched several videos about the different types of anime this and anime that. But whenever it becomes mass produced to an extent, you're just gonna get very bad versions of stuff that you might have really liked because it's gonna try and take everything that everybody likes. So if you like a show only for characters or plot, there's anime for that. But whenever this new stuff comes in, it's not gonna just focus on that. It's gonna focus on a whole bunch of other extra stuff that you're not gonna care about, which is the big issue when it comes to mass production. Because if it's made for everybody, then it's made for nobody. Yeah,
So
we
the
spitting,
anime
bro.
is pretty weird. It is. It's very weird. There is a lot of weird stuff in anime. And because of the weird nature of anime, and especially manga, and then diving an extra layer deeper, light novels, and then web novels, it's
There's
weird where it
extra
turns
stuff.
off a lot of people from basically wanting to start certain series. And it's effectively its own gatekeeper. It gatekeeps people away. But the thing is that we have seen as of late that a lot of stuff has been manipulated by Western companies. Crunchyroll is a good example of this, of what they have done to some anime. Maid Dragon is a good example. Obviously, this is old story, but the point
I'm
still
not in that.
stands. Is that
I'm not into anime, by the way. I stopped watching a lot of new stuff. Literally, the only thing I'm watching is Dragon Ball Z. But I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was a kid. You feel me? So I'm definitely listening to what you guys got to say because it's definitely important. But a lot of the anime that he may reference, I probably have not seen it.
we
Just
have
full
seen these Western
transparency.
companies straight up take a series and try to make it for modern audiences or censor it or some shape or form. We have seen this just to be able to make a quick buck, but
Mm,
also agenda push. And the fact that we're going to have more
true.
companies from Hollywood, aka the West, diving into the anime pie, it's going to cause a lot of things to be censored or changed. And as more investors come into the picture, for instance, more Western companies start to dive into the anime market, they're going to have a lot more say in the matter of what is produced and what is not
Of
produced, what gets
course.
the green light
100%.
and what gets
Yes.
potentially axed. Now, obviously, Japan, for better or for worse, they are a country that, is very traditional, and because of how traditional they are, they don't change quickly. And, the good part about this is that they usually don't want to accept interference from outside of their country, but also the problem is they don't want to accept interference from outside their country. And this
Yes,
is
for better and
a
for
double-edged
worse.
blade, because like you have examples of
Yes.
manga that obviously is really unique and great, but straight up get axed because obviously Japan doesn't care about the Western audience, they only care about the Japanese readers. And so there's a lot of stuff that just gets destroyed because obviously the West has no opinion on it. And so this can, is a good and a bad thing. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. But the point of the matter is, as more and more Western companies dive in to the sad pie, it's going to make it to where they have more of a voice than the Japanese audience, and it's going to cause it to where it waters down the very material that many anime fans have been getting into for a very long time, and make it to where it's no longer a form of entertainment that is actually meant for you. It's kind of like, going back around to this because it's
Bro, it's crazy how he just keeps spitting facts. This is 100% true. I like this it's I just want to know how obvious is it for everybody else? Because there is a repeat pattern when it comes to big companies just outright getting bought out by the West. The West comes in, they're like, okay, let's change some stuff. Or hey, let's take this over, or let's do this, let's do that. Right? That is just history. It spans back pretty far, bro. Like, but a lot of people obviously don't really care about history like that. So a lot of people fall subject to falling into these traps because they'll lay it out and they'll make it look pretty. Like, oh look, we remade your favorite anime and we made it look good. Look at the art style. Like sometimes, yeah, some Western stuff does look great. It really does. But the deeper layer behind whatever the original mangaka, how he envisioned his creation, is not going to be the same from some suit that's in LA. Like it's just not going to match up, bro. Just that's how it works.
a very good example. Star Wars or Marvel, especially Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
It's sad because even Star Wars and Marvel, these are already Western properties, and some other Western property took it over and messed it up. What do you think is going to happen when they get anime? Something that comes from a completely different country, a different culture, different traditions, and they take that shit. What do you think is going to happen, bro? It's not going to be anything good.
I love the original trilogy. I even love the prequel trilogy. I absolutely hate the new trilogy, and I know that is not a hot take. That's a very cold take. And also, there is a lot of the spin-offs that's come out, like Mando, etc., that I personally am not the biggest fan of.
I I loved Star Wars up into a certain extent. I just fell out of love with it, and it was before the whole prequels, right? I just fell out of it, like the fandom. I fell out of it. Mostly because I enjoyed the fandom through the games and then through YouTube videos and stuff like that. But whenever I look at Star Wars now, the only thing that I've seen recently was the Bad Batch. I was watching the Bad Batch, and then up to like I think season 3, I slowly just stopped watching it. So I don't know if that's just me falling out of it, but I remember like season 1 and 2; those were really good seasons. But who knows? Who knows? You guys let me know how Star Wars doing now. Like, have they turned it around, or is it still bad? You let me know.
I'm going to be completely blunt. You can feel free to disagree with me. But the point of the matter is that it's very clear that modern day Star Wars is not for me. Even though it's
Okay.
weird because it's like they don't make Star Wars for the OG fans, the people that have been basically nerding out for it for a very long time. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to anime, is that they're going to cater to individuals that don't really care about the overall,
The
I
whole
guess,
package.
lore, so to speak,
The
of
whole
anime
package.
itself, and
Yeah.
all the nuance, the different
Yes.
layers of anime and
Yes.
manga, and they're only going to care about surface level stuff. And
A
it's going to
hundred
water down
percent.
the stories, it's
Yes.
going to water
Yes.
down
It
just
will.
what to expect, and it's just
Yes,
going to
it
feel very
will.
safe. And I don't
It
want anime to
yes.
feel like it's just always trying to play it safe. I think that is
Understandable.
absolutely a bad thing.
Bro, anime has taught some of the greatest lessons known to mankind. And that's not even a joke, bro. How many of you guys that watch anime can quote something from your favorite anime? Whatever quote it is, whether it's Madara Uchiha, Goku, Vegeta, or some person from a Yaoi series, the quote resonates to you for the reason that it resonates with you. Whenever you start getting these milk toast versions of that, you're not going to get that feeling. You're not going to quote anything from the show. Like, yeah, you might like the show. Just like how sometimes we play the game and we're like, ah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's all right. Right? There's a lot of all right games because hey, they're trying to cater to everybody. If you're trying to cater to everybody, you're going to cater to nobody. So there's going to be more of these anime where you're watching it and you're just like, yeah, it's okay. Versus watching an anime and you're like, bro, this is the greatest thing that I've ever seen ever. Oh my gosh. Right? That moment versus that moment, which one do you want more of? Obviously, the one that makes you feel more like, oh my gosh, what is this? This is amazing. Right? Whenever I watch some OG anime, I'm like, bro, this is some of the greatest stuff ever written, bro. But you're not going to get that. Those moments are going to be more and more finite. That's why we 100% should push back against this. 100%. No, stay over there. Let Japan be Japan. Not everything needs to be meddled with. 100%. Stay in your lane, bro. That's all it. That's it.
Now, getting into this actual article here that was, posted, I want to go over a few highlights. For one, what this article tries to point out is that there is quite a few companies that are now investing in anime. Hollywood is obviously a big one. We've definitely seen it as of late with Netflix and what they've been doing, especially with their live actions, like for instance, One Piece. And that's a good example here, is that with
A lot of people like the One Piece live action though. Was it good or was it not? Yeah, the real One Piece fans, let me know because I don't really watch it.
the live action One Piece, there is definitely a lot more merchandise of One Piece in the West than there was 5 years ago. One Piece has always been a huge series, but definitely wasn't as big in other countries, but obviously it is now thanks to the live action's popularity. So let's get another double-edged sword of good and bad. But back into the main point, a lot of companies are investing in it that are mainly just financial companies. You have,
I
Marubeni,
think I get it.
and then you also have Mizuho.
but
And
we're
these
gonna
two
let the
companies are
video
basically
continue.
financial companies that invest in anime, and they also, some of these companies, like for instance Questory here, they have a blockchain, which, aka, if you don't know what a blockchain is, it is
Crypto
cryptocurrency. And so you have
technology.
these financial companies that are investing in anime that clearly don't care about anime. They don't. At the end of the day, they don't care about, anime. They want to make money as quick as possible. And since anime is
Exactly.
very lucrative and it's a growing and thriving business, I mean, even this article kind of points it out that,
The reason why we need to stop this from happening to anime, because if they can do it to anime, they can do it to anything. No matter what it is. If you like VTubers, they can take it. If you enjoy retro video games, they can take it. They can take it all. And then what's left? Nobody has anything to really enjoy because everything is so watered down. Every media part of entertainment that you enjoy, the new stuff will be watered down and the old stuff will be phased out. You can't watch the original Dragon Ball series unless you got the super old whatever the hell, right? But we got these new versions. We got Dragon Ball Z Kai. We got Dragon Ball Z this and that and the HD, DVD, whatever the hell, right? Same thing with anything. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, same shit, right? All the stuff that we really enjoy gonna become finite, 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 finite. And then we're all gonna be enjoying the same shit. Nobody's gonna be thinking for themselves. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. Yeah, bro. Life is pretty shit.
the overall, estimate of like the growth of anime in just 2022 was 2.9 billion USD. It's pretty insane.
Billion.
And it's only growing as time goes on. Anime is no longer a niche form of entertainment. It is
Facts.
actively becoming very huge all around the world.
I love to
And
use Dark
even this
Souls 2
article
music.
points out what
I
I've
love
been talking about
Majula's
for
theme.
years now. Anime has gotten more popular thanks to COVID-19. With the pandemic and a lot of people being shut inside their house and basically, having nothing else to do but either play video games or watch something, a lot of people that, used to hate anime or call people weirdos because
They
if you like
started
anime,
watching
you're
it.
weird,
You ain't have nothing
dived
else to
into
do.
anime because, they
Welcome
had nothing better
to the
to
nerd
do.
realm.
And this is why we have a lot of those takes in today's society with the anime community, where you have people that are like, this anime is weird, this shouldn't exist, etc. And those same people that say that are the people that used to call anime fans weirdos to begin with, just because they watched anime. The only reason why they watch anime now is because it's popular.
Yes, everybody. Yeah,
But
exactly.
anyways,
Yep.
all I'm gonna say is that this article legitimately
Bandwagoners.
outlines
That's
the
what we call them.
overall future
Bandwagon.
of anime, and there is some good and bad here with this article that it highlights. It highlights that, with these investments with these companies, it will eventually take away the power from the production committee. I know every animation studio goes through the production committee besides KyoAni. And there could be a few I'm unaware of. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. I'm not someone that says I know everything, etc. I'm very middle of the road, like, bottom of the barrel of knowledge. Like, I don't really know everything. But the point of the matter is that the production committee pretty much has a huge amount of weight in terms of what gets adapted and what studio gets what anime to adapt. And because of that, that's just how the system has worked for a very long time. And with these companies investing, and this is the good part of it, it will allow the production committee to lose power and companies to basically make more money and to be able to potentially, probably not going to happen, but potentially pay their employees better. For instance, this article highlights that MAPPA is kind of shifting away from being with the production committee and that they're able to pay their...
So that means it's up to the individual. So if this studio wants to give you guys extra pay, sure. But comparatively, that extra pay doesn't really mean anything because everybody else isn't paying anybody else. So, like, yeah, you could work for them. They're the lesser of two evils. Congratulations. That would suck.
Their employees better, which anyone that knows about MAPPA horror stories knows that's not entirely accurate. So, yeah, overall, we'll have to see where the future takes us, but,
let's
dark
see
days
together,
are ahead,
brother.
Everyone. I do really think, though, give it about another 6 years, anime is probably not going to be the exact same thing that we all know and love for these last few decades. It's going to shape and morph.
Well, actually, I don't really honestly know about that either, because let me halt you before you cast the evil doom spell, brother. Because there's still people that love making anime. The thing is, not all of them are Japanese. because there are some people in the Western audience that absolutely does love anime. But of course, they're not going to get it all the way either because they're not Japanese. But there are some people that are Western and Japanese, indie. They could probably make some of the greatest anime ever made. It's just gonna, cost money, but that's where you got like the Patreons and all these other donation backing. Like, there's a lot of stuff, especially I've seen in like the Hololive community. A lot of their animation people, like they're making amazing things, and it's just for a dedicated subgenre of a subgenre, and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, why I wouldn't say that it's going to be doom and gloom because there's always going to be people that want to create something good. And because of the internet, we could share it together. So yeah, there's still some good in it. There's some bad, like you might not get like whatever, Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer looks amazing. Now imagine not being able to see anything as good as that ever again on the big screen. Like, yeah, that would suck. But maybe eventually somebody can make it on YouTube or make it on whatever websites around in the next decade or whatever. But yeah, we'll see though. We'll see.
Into something that is something we don't recognize, and that's pretty sad, honestly. Hopefully, it shapes into something good, not bad,
It
but
could. It could
judging by
turn
how
good. It
entertainment
could
is
turn good.
nowadays, to the
It
gaming
could.
industry, to the Western industry, for any form of entertainment, it's very clear there is no respect whatsoever towards media. They just try to churn out as much money as they possibly can by playing it safe. But I'll leave it at that. I wanted to talk about this article, kind of bring this to people's attention about like these companies that are investing in anime. I know they're Japanese companies here, but it doesn't change the fact that when you see stuff like this as well, you know you're in for a treat. You know that yikes.
It's a double edge, right? So diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? Trying to harmonize and bring everyone together. It is a bittersweet. It is kind of hard because everybody is different, of course. So at the same time, because we grew up in different areas of the world, like Western versus Eastern, what we've been talking about the whole video, the mentality is just different. So it's kind of hard to you can't really recreate anime unless you have that thing that whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. If you're around this channel a lot, you know what I'm talking about. But wink, wink. Maybe something you could feel it, and then you could just write it down, and then boom, it's amazing because it's something that you truly personally enjoy. Yeah, do it. Just start making like shout out to all the indie people that are creating anime, comics, mangas, music videos, all the artists online that are making like their dream passion projects come true. Shout outs to them. If they can do it, bro, everybody can do it. There's a lot of people doing it. You can do it too. Whatever it is you want to do in this world, you could do it. You just gotta stay dedicated to it. But yeah, I hope that made you feel good because it felt good saying it. All right, it's your boy KhunShawn. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, this was a great video. Shout out to the Discord. Discord always hooking me up with some fire videos. Hit it with a like. That was a good video. Chibi reviews. Nice. But yeah, this came from Nick in the Discord. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe. Have a good night. More videos. I'm gonna be up for a little bit making videos. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye bye.